Welcome to video 4, preparation for task 1. We've had 3 geometry videos. Now I've got a coordinate geometry video. Let's go. Okay, coordinate methods in geometry is the official title, and it's where coordinate ideas are used to illustrate geometrical concepts. So it's kind of like two topics merging in one here. So it uses distance formula, midpoint formula, and gradient. Probably more often the distance formula and the gradient formula, but midpoint comes into it sometimes. And we also have to know characteristics of different shapes at various times. So we use the distance formula often. Oops, I think that ran out of the screen here. But use the distance formula often to show an equilateral triangle, for example. So if to show that 3 points formed an equilateral triangle, we'd do distance formula here, here, and here between those 3 points, each in pairs, to show that they're equal to one another and form an equilateral triangle. If we were asked to show that 3 points formed an isosceles triangle, we'd be expecting, when we do the distance formula from point A to B and point A to C, that would be trying to show with the distance formula that those two distances are the same as each other. And maybe even 3 points forming a scalene triangle, just to do the distance formula on each of those 3 pairs and showing that they're different from one another. Alrighty. Gradients also used quite extensively in this little topic. We would use the gradient formula to show that 2 lines are parallel, of course. And so if we work on point A and B, show that it's got the same gradient as C and D, we're showing that they are parallel lines. We've got perpendicular lines we can show. So if we do A to B, and we indicate that that is a negative reciprocal or an opposite reciprocal of the gradient of C to D, we have proven that there should be a right angle symbol in between those 2 lines. We can also use gradient to show collinear points. So what we can do is to show that points M, N, and P are all forming one straight line, or all points lying on one line. If we do gradient from M to N and gradient from N to P and show that they're the same as each other, we will show that those lines are called collinear, sitting on the same line as each other. Okay, these methods can be used to show that a set of points that we are given form a certain shape. So let's have a quick example. There's blue here, so we've got these 4 points given to us, and we have to be able to show that it maybe forms a parallelogram. So if we're trying to show that these points form a parallelogram, there's a couple of things we need to do. We might do distance formula from here to here and here to here, and expect that to be the same. We might like to do distance formula from here to here and here to here to show that they're the same as each other. We might also, to show that they're parallel, we might need to do the gradient on this one and the gradient on this one and show that that's one pair of opposite parallel lines, and maybe the gradients on this one and this one to show that that's a pair of parallel lines, opposite parallel lines. So we need to use coordinate methods to, I guess, illustrate the characteristics of the certain shape that we're asked to show. So I hope that helps a bit. You can find lots of these questions in exercise 711 of your blue book. It's nice and convenient for you to find. 711, exercise 711 to get practice at this. But knowing all the characteristics of shapes and knowing your distance formula, midpoint formula, and gradient formula is a pretty handy thing too. So all the best with your study, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, bye.